yourself a technical or classical death metal?
If I think we are a technical or classical death metal band, I would say symphonic extreme metal right now. I mean, it's not easy to put a label on what you do, especially yourself. But now with the last work we did with Agony, I pretty much can say that we are trying to do something which is extreme but symphonic and neoclassical in some way, but not really neoclassical as all the other bands or most of them think about it. We don't really want to look like neoclassical death metal in a way like we did before, because it's like pretty much we pretty much would love to put out something we think about as a death metal symphony or extreme metal symphony.
What has been your best experience being on this tour?
This one? I mean, it's that's the 5th gig of the tour, I think so, or maybe 4th, I don't remember. Yeah, but I got the tour mode on, so when I'm on tour, I don't remember anything. I don't know what day is it, what time is it, and whatever. So, but being on a bus, it's even worse. This point of view.
Yeah, this is you guys' 3rd North American tour, correct?
Yeah, that's the 3rd. Yeah, and actually, it's always good to be here and playing in the south. As I was saying to you before, it is pretty much good for us. As for the weather, it reminds me of my own country.
Yeah, you said it reminds you of home.
Yeah, and good weather, nice people, and all the sunny place and whatever. It's good.
What do you guys do during those long travels overseas and then while on the bus?
What do we do during the travels?
What do you like to do to pass your time?
I don't know.
Whatever you can.
Yeah, whatever we can. Actually, we read books. We I don't know, listen to music. We just take care of internet stuff about the band and what else? Movies and whatever you can. Actually, being on a bus, it's easier because you can do whatever you want. Actually, you're not driving. But the first and the second tour here, we've been driving all the time for ourselves. So we couldn't really do whatever we wanted. But yeah, now it's better.
How do you keep up with yourself? Is there any kind of set method to keeping yourself healthy while when you're on tour you're kind of just so vaguely focused on anything?
To keep healthy, you mean?
Yes.
It's not easy. Yeah, especially for the food. Right now on this tour, actually, we had good food almost every day, and it's the previous tours for us has been hell because we had to go all days fast foods and it's very bad for livers, and we finished the tours and we were back home just wanted to have salads and nothing more than that, and but yeah, this time it's getting better, and you do a little bit of workout like loading in, loading out, and playing, and it's some way it should be better, but
balances it out a little bit.
Yeah, some way.
Do you think your newly released album, Agony, has been just as successful or more than your other album you've worked on?
I think it's more than that. Actually, we have been facing a very good reaction since the very first time, the very first days. The Agony has been out here in North America on August the 9th, and I'm sorry, I got someone trying to distract me from the interview, but I'm professional, so I'm going on. And what was I saying? Sorry. Agony, I think that's pretty much the best reaction we had so far. Even though Oracles has been very good for us at the beginning, it's the first step, and Mafia as well, our EP, has been very good for us. But this step for us, I think this is the most, I don't know how to say it, but the longest one, the one who took us to the next level.
Yeah, you guys have worked hard. The band has worked hard for a few years now, putting out a lot of EPs and demos, and then your first international release on Nuclear Blast, like we just talked about. But tell us a little bit about some of the earlier days coming up and what that was like before Nuclear Blast and everything.
Oh, it was pretty much different from planning point of view. I mean, organization and managing the band. We hadn't got management before. Now we got management, and it's pretty much different. And it was smaller and more like we got to do everything ourselves, and you gotta find your way to do things and talk to people and find the right people to work with, and it's pretty much what you have to do to find a professional situation after that. But it's harder from some point of view and easier from other point of views, because when you are in a professional situation, when you work as a job, you do the musician as a job. It's like it's easier because people recognize you as you are a musician, but it's harder because you really have to face things in a different way. You got to be serious and work in a specific way, and people is for sure asking you to act in a certain way, and you got to do that. But I like it. That's my passion. That's what I like to do. So it's good to me.
What other advice would you give to some bands that might be trying to cross that threshold of going from that level, just having fun, to that next level and step towards professionalism?
Just one thing. Work as hard as you can. The harder you work, the more you will get. That's what we did actually. And the funny thing is that the people we're working with now, it has always been touched by the fact that we are Italian and we are hard workers, which are two things that normally don't really get together. Italian people is seen like not really hard workers all around the world, but for us we really love to work hard and do what we do, and people has always enjoyed that, and that's the key, I think.
Absolutely.
What's it like touring in America compared to your hometown?
It's completely different. Yeah. First thing, people don't speak Italian here. No, I'm sorry, I'm kidding. Italy is, how can I say that? It's a small country from this point of view. We don't really have, the side of the profession of being a musician as it should be. Here is like, it's different from the other parts of Europe, not Italy. Northern Europe is better for, they take care of you way more than here, because here you got, the venue, you arrive to the venue and you throw your stuff inside, and you go on stage, you play, and you go off stage, and that's it. You do your job, I do mine, and that's it, okay? In Europe it's more like, what do you need something, you know what I mean?
So it's more helpful?
Yeah, it's more helpful, but in Italy it's like, you're a musician, you're not a worker, so what do you want? It's even worse. But I think it's growing up, the scene is growing up in Italy, and we all have a good hope about the future. It's not easy because you don't really have good structures for, the underground scene and metal scene as well. But hopefully it's gonna get better. And touring America it's always good because the crowd is always so good. The people is always so they enjoy what you do. Actually, they want to have fun, and they actually enjoy the show, and that's what you wanna see when you play.
And also a band like Fleshgod could be on the forefront of breaking that Italian metal barrier down. When more people hear the band, they're like, wow, I should try and check out some other bands.
Yeah. That's helpful. We are so proud of being in some way helpful for our country, for our scene. There are a lot of other Italian bands around, but being here in America is not really often you see Italian bands touring America. So basically we feel like we have some kind of duty, from this point of view. That's good.
Where's your favorite city to perform, and why? Anywhere are you found?
State?
Yeah.
American state, you mean part of the question. I always find myself, it is personal actually, but I found myself very good in Germany, in France, in Canada is very good, and Texas is very good, California is good.
Are there any places you haven't been yet that you would like to go to, that you're hopeful to see?
Of course.
What, like what?
Whatever.
Right on, that's the best answer.
Yeah, I mean, we are planning to do a lot of different places around, like South America and Indonesia, Southeast Asia and China maybe, India and Australia and New Zealand, and we're actually going to headline a tour in South Africa next March. It's going to be so good. I want to see all that I can there because, you know, it's like pretty much the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So, and you got penguins there and you got everything you don't really have at home, and it's so amazing. It's crazy.
I have to ask, why did you decide to call the band Fleshgod Apocalypse?
This is okay. We wanted to give to the band a moniker which could you know, reflect what we wanted to talk about actually, and what we wanted it to be in a matter of concept, and we actually wanted it to sound like something weird, which is recognizable, and even if it's funny, you know. I think that the moniker Fleshgod Apocalypse, it's funny at the first time. You hear it for the first time, you're like, what? What's that? It's crazy, you know. But then probably if it's good, you recognize it as a, yeah, okay, Fleshgod Apocalypse is weird, so I can remember it, you know? And at the same time, it talks about, it's the reflection of what we really want to say. So, talking about the evil inside mankind, you know? And what mankind shouldn't be to set all of us free from basically our perpetual state of agony, what we were talking about in the latest album, you know? That's it.
Excellent.
Are you planning on recording any new music anytime soon in the future?
Yeah, not really soon, because we are really
still doing.
Yeah. We're really thinking about
maybe next year.
Next year we're gonna probably start working on the new material. We already got something, but yeah, we are gonna tour a lot. We pretty much have all the 2012 books, or almost all. So it's gonna be a rough year from this point of view, and we probably ain't gonna be able to write, you know, on a normal basis.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're planning to have some new material for the end of next year, and we'll try to work out a new album. I don't know really if I can say. I can't really say for sure, but we're trying to keep it a schedule on the right time, you know?
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate you taking some time to hang out with us, and we're wishing you guys the best on your further endeavors, on all the touring, and when the new music gets there, and when we get there. Till then, just enjoy everywhere you go and enjoy yourselves, and we really like to thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you
so much for your time.
Thank you so much, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.